Hey guys, welcome back. I am Stephanie from StephanieTHall.com, and inside of today's video, I want to share with you my top 10 tips for a successful juice cleanse. I absolutely love juice cleansing, and it's a question that I get asked about the most. So I wanted to drop in and just do a video on some of my top tips on how you can be successful when you get started with juice cleansing. Tip number one is to decide how many days that you want to cleanse. So if you're new to juice cleansing, I typically recommend that you start with juicing and cleansing anywhere from 1 day up until 3 days. That's really a great start if you're new to this whole concept. From there, you can extend your juice cleanse for 6, 7, or even 21 days. But setting the intention and deciding how many days that you want to cleanse is definitely the first step. Number two is you're going to need a juicer, of course, and the juicer that I recommend is a Breville juicer, and I'll put a link in the description box below of where you can find one. You can purchase them on Amazon. What I love most about the Breville juicer is that it's easy to use, easy to clean, and easy to assemble, and it's great for making vegetable juices and fruit juices, and it's fairly inexpensive compared to some of the higher end juicers. In addition to a regular juicer, a bonus thing that I would recommend is a citrus press. Citrus press is used to juice lemons and limes. It's also very inexpensive. You can purchase it for about $10 or less, and this will also help when you're preparing your juices, as sometimes people say, well, why not just throw, the lemons and the limes in the juicer? What happens a lot of times when you do that is that it makes it really bitter as opposed to just juicing them fresh. So that's why I always recommend the citrus press. Tip number 3 is juice recipes. So of course you're going to need some good juice recipes to get you started for your juice cleanse. I find that when a lot of people get started with juicing and juice cleansing, they just throw all different kinds of combinations into the juicer. Sometimes it turns out good and sometimes it doesn't. It's not really good to take that risk when you're on an all juice cleanse. So you want to pick out some really good juice recipes. If you don't have any on hand, I do have some over here on my channel. I have the green lemonade, which I'll put a link for in the description box below, and also my turmeric tonic, which is really good for fighting and reducing inflammation. I'll put that also in the description box below. In addition to that, I'll put a link for a free ebook that I have that you can download that has juice and smoothie recipes. So you'll definitely have everything that you need to get started if you're new to juice cleansing. Tip number 4 is organic produce, and this is one that I can't stress enough. If you're doing a juice cleanse, you want to buy fresh organic produce so that you won't be putting the pesticides into your body. Now you can purchase fresh organic produce from your local health food store, from the farmers market, and you can even find it at some of the chains like Costco and BJ's. So there's definitely so many different places that you can find it. Also, Trader Joe's is really another place that you can look when finding organic produce. Okay, so that's really essential and one of the big things that you want to look for when doing a juice cleanse. Now, I hope all of this is making sense. If so, be sure to hit the like button and leave me a comment in the description box below and let me know when you're going to get started with your juice cleanse and how many days you're going to juice. Okay, I love to hear from you. Number 5, when it comes to juice cleansing, is you want to ease in and out of your cleanse. So what does that mean? You don't want to go from a standard American diet to juicing. You don't want to go from eating a large meal of animal products or just a large heavy meal of plant-based meal to juicing. You really want to ease into it. So I usually recommend cooked plant-based foods, so a raw vegan diet, soups, herbal teas, and fresh fruit. So you want to kind of prepare your body so that you don't shock the body by easing into the cleanse and then easing out of the cleanse. So once you juice for however many days you decide, you want to also ease out of the cleanse by also eating light foods before you go into consuming, your regular diet. Okay, so easing in and out of the cleanse is definitely very essential. Tip number 6 is exercise. But with exercise, I want to emphasize gentle movement. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overexert yourself. So things like walking either outdoors or on the treadmill, biking outdoors, a trampoline, stretching, yoga, Pilates, those are more along the lines of things that are great to do when you're on a juice cleanse, so that you can move and sweat, but not, fully exert yourself where you're ready to pass out. So you don't want to overdo. Sometimes people want to go hard when they're juicing so that they feel that they would lose more weight, but you really want to just kind of do gentle movement so that you're not overly exerting yourself, and that's it. Okay. Tip number 7 is detox baths, and this falls along the lines of self-care. I really recommend doing a detox bath when you're doing a juice cleanse, and the detox bath is just a time for you to unwind. You can use either Epsom salt or sea salt and have it with essential oils like lavender or eucalyptus, and this really helps to further detoxify the body. It also helps to calm the mind and relax the mind, so it's really, really a good thing to do. It really just helps to further eliminate toxins from the body. Tip number 8 is to cleanse the colon. Now, when you're juice cleansing, you're loosening up toxins and waste in the body, and you want to make sure that those toxins and the waste is being eliminated from the body. A lot of times the bowel will slow down, so cleansing the colon really helps with eliminating those waste and toxins from the body. If they don't get eliminated from the body, a lot of times you'll experience headache or not really feel so well. But if you cleanse the colon, it's really, really helpful. And you can cleanse the colon. Using enemas, or you can use colon hydrotherapy, where you can go to a licensed colon hydrotherapist. And from there, you can, have your colon cleaned using colonics, colon hydrotherapy. It's also referred to those things. I've also done a video on that that you can find over on my channel, where I share about my experience and where you can find a colon hydrotherapist in your area. And I'll put a link for that as well in the description box below. Tip number 9 is to now incorporate new healthy habits. So you've done a juice cleanse, you're feeling great. You don't want to go back to, a standard American diet or eating poorly. You want to incorporate some new healthy habits. And a lot of the tips that I'm sharing with you now are things that you can incorporate as new healthy habits, right? If you didn't juice regularly, once the juice cleanse is over, you can incorporate maybe juice times a week into your regimen. Also incorporating more fresh foods, more salads, more fresh fruit, more plant-based foods. And if you need help with that, there's a ton of information on my channel, but the goal is to really incorporate new healthy habits. These are some things that you can implement as a part of a new and healthy way of living. And tip number 10 is to repeat seasonally. One of the things that I typically recommend is that people repeat juice cleansing seasonally. So it's not really just a one-time thing. It's really all about self-care and incorporating this as a way of life and as a lifestyle. So incorporating juice cleanses seasonally and at the change of every season is really a great practice to get into. It really helps with getting you back on track with healthy eating, helping you to lose weight, helping you to reboot the body, and to eliminate cravings. It's just so important. So I definitely recommend that this is something that you incorporate seasonally. I had one more bonus tip that I couldn't leave out. I tried to keep it an even number, but I couldn't leave it out. But the last tip that I wanted to share with you is to get something to store your fresh juices in. And the thing that I recommend is mason jars, glass jars. Now, of course, you could use anything that you have at home, but mason jars are great to use. They come in 12, 16, 32 ounces. And they're really great for grabbing and going, and if you have to go out for work or to run errands, you can just grab your glass mason jars and take them with you. Plus, it's great to store your fresh juices in glass, okay? So glass mason jars, as you can see right here, I love them. And then once the juice cleanse is over, again, you can use them to store anything in them, okay? So that's it. I didn't want to leave. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you have found this information helpful. If so, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, if you haven't done so already, I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel. Just click on the subscribe button below and you will be the first to know when new videos are released each week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.